Good morning, my dear children. Welcome back to this video session where we are discussing about the balance of payments. In this module, we are going to discuss about the general rules of BOP accounting. What all the rules that we have to understand while recording the monetary transactions in this balance of payments. Yes, here we can see if a transaction earns foreign currency for the nation, it is a credit and it is recorded as a plus item. What is this, children? That is, if a transaction, if it can earn foreign currency for the nation, it is recorded as a credit item. So I told you that for other countries also, for various purposes, they have to rely upon our country's goods and services. So for that, they have to import some commodities from our countries. And for such commodities, they will make payments also. So such payments are recorded in the BOP as a credit, because that all the earnings for our goods and services made to the other country. And in contrast, what is debit? If a transaction involves spending of foreign currency, it is a debit and it is recorded as a negative items. That means, that is, we have to rely for goods and services from the other countries. So for such imports, we have to make payments for their goods. So that is not our credit item, that will be get added to the debit item, because that all the deductions from our country's account. So that is actually, if a transaction involves spending of foreign currency, it is a debit and it is recorded as a negative item. Next, we will discuss about what are the various components of the balance of payments. The three components are there. Which are they? Current account, capital account and official account. Once again, I will explain. The three components of BOP are current account, capital account and official account. Current account. What is meant by the current account? It refers to the inclusion of three balances. That is, merchandise balance, services balance and unilateral transfer balance. What are they? Merchandise balance, services balance and unilateral transfer balance. So it reflects the net flow of goods, services and the unilateral transfers. The net value of the balances of the visible trade and of invisible trade and of unilateral transfers defines the balance on current account. So children, that is, merchandise balance and services balance means it is related to the visible items and invisible items. Visible items means all tangible that is goods and services. Goods actually. What all things we can touch. All types of goods comes under the visible items. Whereas invisible items means all types of services. We can't see such services, isn't it? So that all comes under invisible items. All kinds of what services comes under the what invisible items. And unilateral transfers. What is that unilateral transfers means? That also we know that gifts from other countries, what all the gifts they have sent to our country, and our country also we know that those people who are residing in other countries, that for some other occasions we have to send gifts for them. So for such purposes, that unilateral transfers means all types of gifts that we have sent to other countries, and in contrast from other countries to our nation. So this all it includes the current account. These three comprises actually the current account. So current account means, once again I will explain, merchandise balance, services balance, and unilateral transfer balance. So these are the three types of balances which comes under the current account. See, here we can see in the current account, in two columns, it has depicted as credit and debit. What is this? Credit and debit. What is this credit item? Yes, visible items. And in the debit item, also the visible items. But in credit, I told you that what all the exports, merchandise exports means the exports of goods. That is selling of goods. If we sell our goods, we can earn the payments for such goods. And that all added to the credit item. And what all the invisible items? Here we can see the all kinds of services comes under the invisible items. Transfer and insurance services sold abroad. Foreign tourist expenditure in the country. Incomes received on loans and investment abroad. So this all comes under credit items. So what all the services that we have did, as well as we told you that the foreigners also for tourist purposes they will expend the money in our country. And what all the loans? Yes, income received on loans and investment abroad. So if we made some loans to the other countries, they have to pay interest for such loans. These are all the what our payments made by the other countries to our country. So these all will be get added to the credit item. And what about the debit item? That is visible and invisible. So here also the merchandise imports, purchase of goods. So we have to purchase. We also have to what? Import many goods from the other countries. So there we have to make payments, and it is added to the debit item. And in contrast, the transfer and insurance services bought from abroad. So they will also do some insurance services to our country. And Indian tourist expenditure outside the country. So our countries, that is Indians, if they expend money for the tourist purposes in other countries, that all will be debited. So that all will be what? Will be, yes, that is deducted from our account. And interest on the incomes and the investment made in our country. So if the foreigners give loans to us, that we have to make interest for such loans. So such interest payments are also what? Added to their country, to the foreign country's account. So that is also the debit item. So children, these are the differences between the what? Credit as well as the debit item. Next is the capital account. So children, so far we have dealt with the what? Goods isn't it? That is in the current account. So I told you that not only for the purposes of goods and services, I told you that financial market is also there, where we are, yes, the transactions between the various financial assets takes place. So there also the capital account of a country consists of its transactions in financial assets in the form of short term and long term lending and borrowing. So actually here also, what is that? The financial assets in the form of short term and long term lending and borrowing. Borrowing and lending of what? Different financial assets. Maybe it may be a short term or maybe a long term lending and the borrowing of the financial assets. So I told you which are the different financial assets also. Yes, which are the different financial assets? That is, I told you the, yes, purchasing, borrowing and purchasing of what? Various financial assets. Shares, bonds, debentures, isn't it? Different financial assets are there. So such transactions what are included in the capital account. Here capital account, we can see deals with the accounts related to cash or liquid assets. So what is this liquid assets means? Yes, liquid assets means that assets which can be easily converted into money, isn't it? Yes, cash is the most liquid form of money also. Here capital account includes the short term capital movements and the long term capital movements. Short term capital movements means the purchase of short term securities, cash balance held with the foreign countries for a time period less than a year. And long term capital movements means direct investments in shares, bonds, real estate, plant, building, etc. So that is of long term capital movements. So that is short term capital movements and long term capital movements. What is that? Short term capital means it's only for a short period, and what is that? It is less than a year. And related to short term securities, purchasing of short term securities. And whereas long term capital movements means it is more than 1 year. And the direct investments in shares, bonds, real estate, plant, building, etc. The various investments in what? Long term shares, bonds and real estates. These are all maybe familiar to you, isn't it? Real estate is also familiar. And plant. Plant means what? Yes, different types of machineries. And building. Construction purposes also we will invest, long term investments we will do. So such all investments will be under the capital account. So here we can see the credit as well as the debit item. Here in the credit item, what all added to the credit? Direct investments in the home country, foreign corporate loans to the home country, foreign investments in the domestic securities. So what all the investments made by the foreigners in our country in various financial assets, securities as well as this corporate loans, isn't it? And all the investments made in our country will be in the credit item. And the debit item means, yes, direct investment abroad. What all the investments that we have made abroad, that is added to the debit item. Investment in the foreign securities. If Indians invest the money in the foreign securities, that also comes under the debit item. And last one is the government loans to the foreign countries. That means if, yes, the government provide loans to the foreign countries, that also be added to the debit item. So these are actually what is the foreign short term investment in home country and foreign short term investment in the other countries also. So children, these are actually the what credit as well as the debit which comes under the capital account. So children, so far we have dealt with the general rules of the BOP accounting and what all the components of the BOP account. That is, which are the three, that is capital account, current account and the official foreign account. That also all comes under this. So children, I hope this video session related to these explanations is clear for you. Thank you children for watching this video.